In today's news, breaking news coming out of the day's events, the Honorable Carvin Malone, former health minister and member of the VIP, has officially resigned and joined the opposition. The Honorable Mark Vantapool says, "I have not tendered my resignation from the 4th House of Assembly of the Virgin Islands." Deja Skelton of the Elmore Stout High School is the new BVI Junior Tourism Ambassador 2022, and select public officers will still be required to wear masks by government policy. Former UK Supervision, the governor also lends his voice to that, and field hospital training commences at the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital. In addition to that, travelers staying in excess of 24 hours are still required a negative test for entry. All this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What you really? Hey, this ain't like you,
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out that trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit, I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I huff. I watching ball. I been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Welcome everybody. It's Wednesday, June 15th, 2022. I'm Ron Grant, coming to you live and direct from Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. A happy Wednesday to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Breaking news coming out of today's events, the Honorable Carvin Malone, former Minister for Health and Social Development, has today tendered his resignation from the government of the Virgin Islands, now joining the opposition, Her Majesty's loyal opposition, that is. In a press conference today, the Honorable Carvin Malone, who is still a territorial at-large representative, said, and I quote, that he has tendered his resignation from the government, not from the VIP. Our Kamal Haynes was there earlier today, and of course, if you missed that press conference, that can be viewed on all of our 284 media platforms. Ms. Deja Skelton of the Elmore Stout High School is the new BVI Junior Tourism Ambassador 2022. We caught up with the Standard and Training Manager, Ms. Natalie Penn, and here is what she had to say about the success of the recent event.
The Junior Ambassador of Tourism Speech Competition 2022 is in the books. We are pleased with the turnout, and we will be making it bigger and better next year. A huge congratulations go out to Deja Skelton for capturing the title. I know she will represent us well in the competition in the Cayman Islands. Congratulations also goes out to Angelia Cupid and Chemo Foy Jr. on securing their place in second and in third. I think overall the students did an exceptional job. We are proud of them. We are proud of how the event turned out, and we can't wait to see what next year offers.
We here at 284 Media want to wish hearty congratulations to all of the contestants participating in the Junior Ambassador competition, especially to the winner, Miss Deja Skelton. Continuing on the local scene, yesterday, June 14th, the Honorable Mark Vantapool, 4th District Representative, has issued a statement after rumors began circulating about him resigning as a member of the House of Assembly. Vantapool said, and I quote, "I make this statement in light of the false rumors which are circulating. I wish to make it very clear to my constituents of the 4th District and BVI public that I have not tendered my resignation from the 4th House of Assembly of the Virgin Islands. In the recent past, I have stated that I do not wish to run for office following this term. It is therefore my intention to serve this term in full. I am honored to continue to serve the constituents of the 4th District and the people of the territory. As a senior member of the 4th House of Assembly, as a statesman," he said, "as I have been recently saying. I will also continue," he said, "to advise the unity government as best as I can during the rest of this term. Let me repeat, I wish to reassure my constituents in the 4th Electoral District of my commitment to continue to serve in my best capacity for the duration of this term. Reforms for any growing country are necessary. Growing pains are good pains. U.S. Senator from Georgia, Reverend Raphael G. Warnock, recently wrote his book entitled A Way Out of No Way. Let us reflect on those words. He said, I firmly believe our best days are still yet ahead. There is hope of the Virgin Islands, so let's keep hope alive, according to Reverend Jesse Jackson's words. Now, viewers, those were the words of the 4th District Representative, the Honorable Mark Vantapool. In an official correspondence, the Deputy Governor of the Virgin Islands, Mr. David D. Archer, has issued a statement following the announcement by Health Minister on mask mandates. Now, the statement, viewers, by Deputy Governor David D. Archer stated, and I quote, following the statement, adjusting the public health measures in current context of COVID-19 issued by the Honorable Marlon A. Penn, Minister for Health and Social Development on the 13th of June 2022, this circular brings to your attention the Cabinet decision which speaks to the removal of the legal requirement to wear face mask coverings in public places with effect from 15th of June 2022. It is important, he said, to note, however, that public and private organizations will still be allowed to set their own policies on face coverings. He continued, therefore, as the Deputy Governor, discussions regarding developing and instituting a mask policy for public officers and offices in the absence of a legal mandate have been conducted with senior leaders of the public service for the next 3 to 6 months, considering the high interaction with the public, especially frontline support, receptionists, and other officers who give direct and regular service to external clients. An extension of the mask policy will be implemented for the following public officers and offices: the BVI Post Office, Department of Information and Public Relations, Department of Labor and Workforce Development, Department of Motor Vehicles, Department of Trade, Investment, Promotions and Consumer Affairs, the Deputy Governor's Office, and the Inland Revenue Department, Land Registry, Law Enforcement and Border Control agencies, including but not limited to Her Majesty's Customs, Immigration Department, Public Health and Healthcare Services, including but not limited to Environmental Health Division, Public Health Unit, schools and educational centers. Of course, announcements to be made by the Ministry of Education, Social Care Services, including senior homes and other residential facilities, and Survey Department. Now, Deputy Governor David D. Archer further added, please note that 3 to 6 months period is not limited to, nor does it solely affect the offices listed above. Offices outside of the named offices are also allowed to continue wearing masks if deemed necessary for their safety and peace of mind. Your health and safety remains, he said, priority as we continue to remain flexible and adaptable as it relates to COVID-19 protocols. Please stay safe and use discretional knowledge when interacting with coworkers and members of the public, as COVID-19 is still an active pandemic. Those were the words of the Deputy Governor of the Virgin Islands, Mr. David D. Archer, Jr. Now, viewers, up next, Governor issues a statement on the UK Supervision, and travelers staying in excess of 24 hours are still required a negative test for entry into the BVI. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, you enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come. Yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man forget you.
How may I assist you?
Listen.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Viewers, welcome back and thank you so much for sticking with us. The United Kingdom government and the Governor of the Virgin Islands will be supervising and monitoring the elected arms of the BVI government over the next 2 years. This was confirmed in the approved proposal that was submitted to the UK government by the National Unity Government recently. Arkamal Haynes has the story.
According to the proposal, enhanced monitoring and supervision of the elected arms of the BVI government are key components of the framework that has been established for the successful implementation of the COI report recommendations by the proposed deadlines. But the document revealed that enhanced monitoring will include, and I quote, submission of monthly delivery reports by each ministry and their departments for review by the governor and premier and their bilateral consultation on progress. Submission of quarterly updates by all statutory boards to the premier and governor for review, and submission of written quarterly reports from all individuals leading reviews, investigations, and audits arising from the COI report recommendations to the governor, end quote. But the document said the quarterly reports will include an evaluation of progress made and the level of cooperation encountered during investigations and audits. But meanwhile, the enhanced supervision will include a mandatory pre-review by the governor of any contract worth $100,000 or more that the government wishes to enter into before a contractual commitment is made. In addition, the governor will also be tasked with pre-reviewing, and I quote, any intended sale or distribution of crown land before the transaction takes place until further legislative amendments and constitutional changes are made in relation to the disposal of crown land, end quote. The proposal also revealed that the government will be establishing an implementation unit to enhance cooperation between the Premier's office and the Governor's office and aids a smooth delivery of the COI report recommendations. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes.
Thank you, Kamal. Travelers entering the British Virgin Islands for excess or in excess rather of 24 hours will still be required to present a negative COVID-19 test despite the territory's move to cease the mandatory isolation of cases, quarantine of contacts of cases, and contact tracing. Minister for Health and Social Development, the Honorable Marlon A. Penn, made the announcement during a COVID-19 update on Monday. He said while day trippers will no longer be required to test prior to entering into the territory, the testing requirement will still remain for all other categories of travelers into the BVI.
All other travelers over the age of 5, regardless of their vaccination status, will have the following entry requirements. Present a negative rapid antigen test or RT-PCR test taken up to 48 hours before entry. Alternatively, a person may present a document issued by a licensed medical professional certifying COVID-19 recovery within 90 days prior to arrival, in place of a negative test. If unable to present a test result or a recovery certificate, the person will be tested upon arrival in the territory. A person who tests positive on arrival will be required to adhere to the Ministry of Health protocols and instructions for COVID-19 positive persons. These entry procedures will be kept under review to determine any changes to be made in the future. It is important to bear in mind that all travelers entering the territory will continue to be monitored and subject to COVID-19 screening, and anyone exhibiting signs of illness may be tested at the port of entry.
Minister Penn also revealed that his ministry will be ceasing all mandatory requirements relating to isolation, quarantine, and contact tracing.
The Ministry of Health will also be ending all mandatory isolation of cases, quarantine of contact of cases, and contact tracing. Further guidance for persons who may be COVID-19 positive or potentially exposed to COVID-19 will be issued this week.
In his national address, Penn also warned residents not to become complacent as the territory is still vulnerable to the COVID-19 virus the pandemic continues.
As we move from emergency mode to a more sustainable management of COVID-19 and enjoy fewer restrictions on our daily life, we must remain vigilant and prepared. New variants can emerge and spread fast, and it may become necessary to reinstate certain measures that have been relaxed. The pandemic is not yet over. It is important for people to make informed choices about how to protect themselves, and I encourage everyone to take special care to safeguard seniors, the chronically ill, and other vulnerable persons. Vaccines have proven to be very effective in reducing infection rates and severe disease, and they continue to be administered at designated healthcare facilities, thanks to donations from the United Kingdom government.
That was the Honorable Marlon A. Penn, Minister for Health and Social Development. Viewers, when 284 News returns, no excuses for water woes in the BVI, says opposition leader, the Honorable Julian A. Fraser. And third annual sports festival celebrates Olympic Day, call to move for peace. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
The wait is over! CCT Fire is here! Experience ultra-fast downloads, seamless streaming, and even more reliable connectivity on an all-new fire-blazing super-fast CCT Fiber network. CCT Fire, bring it home and upgrade today.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works. Viewers, welcome back and thank you so much for sticking with us. The Honorable Julian Fraser, Leader of the Opposition and 3rd District Representative, has said that there should be no excuses as to why the territory continues to suffer water woes, considering the availability of some $2 million which has been sitting in the approved fund for the Water Network Improvement Plan since 2018. Now, the Honorable Julian Fraser made the statement in a recent session of the House of Assembly in response to an answer provided by the Premier and Minister of Finance, Dr. the Honorable Natalio D. Wheatley, on the subject matter. Fraser asked the Premier to disclose information relating to the $3.5 million which was approved by the National Democratic Party in 2018 for the Water Network Improvement Plan. Premier Wheatley responded by disclosing that the Ministry of Communications and Works has access to those funds. The Premier also revealed that since 2018, some $1,477,699 of the $3.5 million has been extended from that fund.
VM Memorandum 280 of 2018 on the 29th of August 2018 approved a total budget of $3,500,000 to fund the Water Network Improvement Plan. The Ministry of Finance was tasked with identifying the funding source and allocating the said funds to the particular account. Madam Speaker, you can appreciate that this cabinet decision was made during the last administration. Based on the information that I have obtained from the accountable ministries, the Ministry of Communications and Works and the Ministry of Finance, the head that the money was placed in is head 327-1100, Water Network Improvement, and the subhead is 58-110, Capital Spending. The Ministry of Communications and Works has access to the reference accounts. To date, the sum of $1,477,462.99 has been spent. The details of the spending are outlined in the table attached as Appendix B.
Now, viewers, the Premier's response prompted Fraser to state that with such monies available as suggested by the documents, there should be no excuses as to why communities such as his district, the 3rd District, continue to suffer from the lack of water on a daily basis.
Madam Speaker, according to the Premier, a tad over $1.4 million have been spent, which means that there's $2 million somewhere. And if you said that that money is accessible to, or the subhead is accessible to the Ministry of Communication and Works, then it means that Ministry of Communication and Works has $2 million to spend on water. And I would see no reason, there should be no excuse for the difficulties that we are going through if that $2 million is really and truly in the hands of Ministry of Communication.
The Honorable Julian Fraser then asked the Premier to verify whether the $2 million was indeed available to the Ministry of Communications and Works to date. Premier Wheatley said he will investigate the matter and communicate with the minister responsible so the minister would provide a further update on the availability and accessibility of those said funds. The BVI Olympic Committee, supported by its members' national federations, will host its third free annual sports festival at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Grounds from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday, June 25th. Now, the sports festival will mark Olympic Day, which is internationally recognized each year on June 23rd. This year, the International Olympic Committee has added a new Olympic pillar that promotes peace. Identified on social media with the hashtag #MoveForPeace, Olympic Day encourages the community to get active and move together for a better world by practicing sustainability, inclusion, solidarity, and peace. This will be the first time, they said in a quote, that we have been able to host the sports festival since, of course, COVID-19 impacted community activity, and we are excited to return to what is a great day that celebrates Olympic Day and brings people together in a unified focus of sports in friendship and fun, said Mr. Ephraim Penn, president of the BVI Olympic Committee. He said, this is a timely event that provides an opportunity for the public to come out as friends, get moving, and discover a sport that suits their interests, uncovers natural talent, and hopefully will ignite a healthy new habit and passion for life while combating the potential onset of non-communicable diseases. The morning will feature interactive stations set up by the National Sporting Federations with opportunities for everyone of all ages and abilities to try out a sport. Adults and children alike will be able to test their skills and find out more about archery, athletics, basketball, football, rugby, sailing, softball, baseball, taekwondo, tennis, and volleyball, with a view to finding a sport to get active with their daily lives. Each national federation will also be able to provide information and sign up for a summer camp for children. Doping control officers will be on hand to explain more about the anti-doping in sports, a cornerstone of all competitive activities and events in the regional and international arena. Free Olympic Day t-shirts will be handed out by the BVI Olympic Committee, and complimentary Dasani water and of course, other drinks will be provided courtesy of Rotan Wholesale. In the run-up to the sports festival, 3 national federations are hosting big events which are open to the public. The BVI Athletic Association will host the National Youth and Senior Championship on Saturday, June 18th at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Grounds. The BVI Squash Rackets Association in hosting the largest caliber Professional Squash Association International Tournament of the territory to date at the Tortola Sports Club from June 21st to the 25th. And of course, the BVI Rugby Football Union is hosting a junior rugby game followed by a senior 15s match on Friday, June 24th, also at the A.O. Shirley Recreation Grounds. Olympic Day was established, viewers, in 1948 as an annual occasion where everyone everywhere can get together in their communities to celebrate the Olympic values of respect, excellence, friendship, and peace, while celebrating the Olympic Day pillars: move, learn, and discover. The British Virgin Islands Health Services Authority Emergency Management Team is working overtime, they say, to prepare the territory's main healthcare service provider for an unforeseen disaster. This preparation is especially urgent considering the Atlantic hurricane season commenced this month. Therefore, the BVI Health Services Authority is pleased to announce that a main feature of its disaster preparedness plan, the field hospital, arrived in the territory on May 23, 2022. Now, viewers, training on the rollout and the other aspects of this temporary hospital commenced on the 4th of June. The importance of field hospitals were recognized during the heightened phase of the territory's COVID-19 pandemic response. Efforts were made to ensure that the BVI Health Services Authority always has the option to create a secondary service area should the need ever arise. The arrival and training of the staff to manage the field hospital is a vital part of the BVI Health Services Authority's service continuity plan. This week's training and the importance of the field hospital was emphasized by Acting Chief Executive Officer Dr. June Samuel. The acting CEO said that the field hospital arrived at the right time. She said this is timely, especially considering that June 1st marked the official start of the 2022 hurricane season. And for Caribbean territories like the Virgin Islands, this is one of the busiest times of the year. Dr. Samuel also pointed out that weather forecasts have advised that we should expect an above-average level of hurricane activity. As such, emergency management agencies have urged those living in hurricane zones to prepare now, well before a storm comes, and the BVI Health Services, she said, is doing just that. Of course, viewers, the 2017 hurricanes and the COVID-19 pandemic revealed that the health system cannot always count on the existing capacity to support response efforts. Consequently, the board of the BVI Health Services Authority, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, decided that the best way forward is to put emergency management systems in place and invest in emergency preparedness equipment and structures. The new field hospital is a 40-bed facility that is furnished with 4 general wards, pharmacy, laboratory capacity, admission, triage generator, electrical distribution panel, air condition, water storage capacity, among other necessary self-sustaining supplies. Now, in the event of another surge of the COVID-19 or coronavirus, an outbreak of any other contagious or any occurrence that causes a mass casualty overflow, this field hospital is said to be able to be deployed. Once deployed, the field hospital will be adequately equipped to serve as a negative pressure isolation or general wards. In either capacity, it will be fitted with hygiene centers within 2 of its 4 general wards in an effort to accommodate the field hospital training services being offered by the manufacturer's technicians that are presently on the ground. The BVI Health Services Authority will be restricting public parking at their main parking facility, and of course these measures, viewers, are in a place to access the parking lot to ensure that the BVI Health Services Authority infrastructure team can essentially benefit tremendously from the various training exercises that are scheduled to take place from 8:30 a.m. on Tuesday, June 14th through Thursday, June 16th in the main parking lot. Viewers, that is all the time we have, but not all the content. Be sure to, of course, follow us on all of our social media platforms for more news. It is always a pleasure. I'm Ron Grant reporting for 284 News. I will definitely see you guys tomorrow, and we will be bringing you the latest in local, regional, and international content. We are 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news, right here on 284 Media. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a good evening.